All right, welcome everybody to Smart Social's Smart TV today. We're going to have a fun broadcast today as well. It's going to be a good experience. So thanks for everybody that's going to be joining us today. Today we want to take a few minutes today and talk about social media advertising. Social media advertising is a very important aspect of how you can use social media for your business. I think it's a part of social media that most people don't fully understand how it works, and so they don't ever see the full advantage or value of it. So if you have questions as we're going along today about how advertising and ads on social media can help you in your business, ask us, mention it in the comments in the chat section, and would love to get your feedback on those as well. So ask us those questions. We're going to go over a lot of different things around social media ads and how you can find success in your business on those. So one misconception that I want to talk about really quickly is that there's a lot of businesses out there, a lot of marketing companies that really promote the idea that spending money on social media is really a negative thing for your business. And I'm here to tell you it's not, okay? It really comes down to more of how they're positioning themselves to do it. I remember hearing basically it comes down to, for those companies who are doing that, they're usually wanting you to buy services from them rather than do Facebook advertising because they think they can save you money in the long run. Doing social media on your own eventually can help save you a little bit of money, but having a professional help you can definitely generate more money really fast. So we have a comment coming in. Oh, some people joined us. Awesome. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about these. Spending money on social media is not a bad thing at all to do. In fact, it's ironic that a lot of companies will tell you spend money with us so we can teach you not how to spend money on social media. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. A lot of people complain and gripe about the low organic reach that you can get on social media. And there's a lot of great tips and tactics about how to increase your organic reach. We're going to talk in another episode about that organic reach and how you can better that reach. So today we're going to talk about the advertising. So just to give you some contrast with this, a lot of times when you deal with companies that teach you organic methods to help grow your Facebook following or Twitter following or Pinterest, whatever, they'll talk about, how we got this post and seen by a lot of people. And that's great. I think that's wonderful. Organic growth, the more you can do, the better, I think. But sometimes you can't get that reach out of your organic growth. Maybe you don't have a ton of time to spend on social media. Maybe you just need to reach a focused audience faster. So advertising is a great way to do that, to get more of your content seen in a shorter period of time. So as an example, we recently ran an ad for an HVAC business, one of our clients. And they wanted to get, it's really hot here in Utah where we're filming at today. So this is the season that we want to have a lot of exposure for them. So we put an ad out. We spent $200 on an ad on Facebook, okay? So $200 is a comment, hey guys. So $200 on Facebook on an ad, and it ran for a month. And we got it in front of about 30,000 people saw it. The impressions came to about 79,000 impressions. So in a local area, $200, 30,000 people saw that ad just over twice over a course of a month. That's pretty good advertising, I think. That's really inexpensive to get in front of that many people in that short of time for your business. So there's a lot of, another comment coming in, how do you know 30,000 people saw it? That's when you look in your analytics on like we ran this ad on Facebook, so when you look at your analytics in your ad network on Facebook, it'll tell you how many people saw it versus how many impressions you had. And this is basically what those numbers rolled out to be. It was like 28,967 or something like that. But that's what, yeah, good, thanks. Ask any questions you guys have about ads on social media. Would love to answer them as we go along. So you can take a class to spend $1,000 or $1,200 or whatever to learn organic reach on social media, or you spend $200 and get in front of 30,000 people pretty quick. So it's pretty cost effective to do advertising on social media. There's a lot of great things that you can do. So we just use this as an example to point out how advertising on Facebook can help you out. Another comment coming in. Oh, hey, Christy's on. Cool. Cherry, good. So, in talking more about this, there's a lot of different sites you can advertise on. Okay, so let's talk about these sites first. What are the social media sites that allow advertising? One of them is Facebook. We all know about that one. Getting yourself on Facebook is really good. Twitter does ads as well. You can put ads up onto Twitter. Instagram, of course, is another one we hear quite a bit about their ads. LinkedIn is actually a great one for advertising. Tends to be a little bit more expensive than the other ad networks, but if you're a B2B business and you want to do a lot more connecting with people, consider advertising on LinkedIn. There's some great ways that you can target and do things there. Snapchat actually does now offer ads, or will very soon. They're working on their ad network as well, where you can put more advertising things onto Snapchat and use that. Google Plus allows for ads as well. And Pinterest. All of these social networks will allow you to do ads. So you can easily be seen on these different social media sites. Okay, you can do page promotions to get your page likes to come up. Most of these sites will let you do page promotion ads where you can basically get more people to come like your page and to be seen more often. You can do promoted posts is another very common type of ad that you can run also. And yep, exactly. So getting your posts out, if you have a certain post like an event coming up or a specific activity or some really cool statistics that you want to share, you can put a post up there and then pay to guarantee people see it. The organic reach is getting slower and slower on some of these social media sites, harder and harder to reach, mainly just because the sites are getting bigger. A lot of people accuse the social media sites of manipulating it. I wouldn't put it past them to set it up that way. They do control the gate, so there's a definite potential for that. But I believe most of it comes down to that they are trying to curate content that people want to see. So the best way to increase your organic reach basically is make better content, more things that people want to see, and then they'll engage with you and work with you. But if you want to, you can pay to have those boosted out there, which just guarantees more people will see. There's a lot of fun targeting ways you can do that as well. You can run specific ads as well. So if you want to drive traffic to your website, if you want to generate leads for your business, if you want to get people to call, you have specific ads you can run. If you have a mobile app that you're trying to promote, some Facebook, I know, and Twitter and Instagram do some things specifically for ads for mobile apps. So while they're on their phone looking at the ad, they can hit a button, takes them to the app store, allows them to buy your app right there on the spot. So there's a lot of fun things that you can do with these. So if you haven't gotten involved in any of these, take some time to look on these social sites to see them. If you go on Facebook to look at to get an ad account, in the upper right corner of the screen, there's a little arrow, little triangle pointing down. If you click on it, you'll be able to scroll down. It'll say create an ad. You tap on that, and it'll take you right in and allow you to start creating ads and putting those out there onto Facebook. So there's a lot of great analytics they have on there. For Twitter, it's just ads.twitter.com that you go to get to Twitter's ad network. Same with Pinterest is the same. Google Plus actually uses the Google Adwords system. So you just go into Google Adwords and you can set up your accounts to do advertising with Google Plus. Snapchat, I believe, is through the mobile app. You have to go into your account and register there. On LinkedIn, on the menus up there, there's a spot called Business Services. And so this is where you go in and just put in advertising. There's a little drop-down menu that'll appear. Allow that in. Another question, what would you recommend for a coffee shop? Okay, there's a couple of really good ads that I highly recommend for a coffee shop to do. In fact, another place that you could look at advertising is Foursquare. It's a location-based social media site. That's another good one for you to consider to be on. For coffee shops, Facebook does a lot with location In fact, they're working on improving the ads to show this ad was shown, this person came into your store. So they're working on making that integration better for you. On Facebook, I would recommend there's a local awareness is a type of ad that Facebook can run. And what you do is it will take the address from your coffee shop on your Facebook page, and it'll say how big of a distance do you want to advertise to from around your coffee shop. So if you know about how far people drive to get to your coffee shop, then you can put that distance in. It'll draw a big circle on a map and say, here's the area we're going to draw from. And then you can put demographic information in as well, like certain age groups or other hobbies and interests that you want to connect with people on. And it's called the local awareness ad. When you get into your ad campaigns on Facebook, go to create an ad. It will pull up a whole list of these. Local awareness is one you want to do. It's allowed you to promote yourself. You can do, if you wanted to, redeem a coupon. Offer a coupon as an ad on social media, and then people in the local area can redeem it. That's another good ad you can do as well. The local awareness ones I like because it just promotes you to that little area that you want to focus on. Who is the kind of people that you're going after? And then you can go after those people and you can target it right on Facebook. So if you know the age groups, if you know hobbies and interests of your customers, the more you can target and have those in place. So that's what I would recommend, is something like that. On Twitter, there's a few fun things that you can do on Twitter as far as advertising for your coffee shop. One is look for other local things. You can follow certain accounts around your business is another type of ad you can do, connecting to others. The fun thing you can do on Twitter is actually say, what's the hashtags, or what's the, not hashtags, the accounts for all of my clients, or not clients, sorry, competitors on Twitter. If you have competing coffee shops around you and they have a Twitter presence, you can actually run an ad to their followers and have them come to you, and they don't even know you're doing it. You're advertising to their customer base and they don't even realize it, because you can literally say on Twitter, I want to send ads to people that like these accounts, and you can type in their Twitter handles and it'll run ads to those people. So you can do some real specific targeting and going against your competitors there. Instagram is another good one. Instagram is tied in with Facebook on their advertising, so they'll both be together for you as well. It really is. It really is sneaky, but it's a fun way to get with people, and that's the thing, guys. Very few people realize the power of these ads and what you can do. We did an ad for another client who needed to hire a new employee. They needed someone who was trained, who already had experience in the industry. And so we ran an ad for them on Facebook, and because of the targeting that Facebook does with all the demographics, anytime you put in that you work for a certain location, we targeted all those people who said they work in that industry. So we went after the major competitors of our client in that industry, and we ran an ad just to their employees and said, hey, we're looking for help. We need to hire a trained person to come work with us. If you're unhappy with where you're at, come check us out. I think 40 people that month went and looked at his website to check more about getting a job with him. So there's a lot of fun ways you can target and use this information. The big thing that is important for you to realize about advertising on social is anytime you put information into the networks, like say, who do you like, what schools you went to, what movies you like, those kinds of things, all that is indexed and stored, and on these sites, we can target that information and go right specifically after those people. So you can get very focused and very narrow on the type of people you want to connect with and target on social media. What did you have to do to get your job? I read a ton of information. We started our own company, Smart Social. We just do a lot of social media marketing for other businesses. And social media is constantly changing, and that's why we put out these videos, is to help business owners stay educated on what are the opportunities that are there on social. If you have more questions, feel free to reach out to us as well, and we'd love to talk to you more and answering other specific questions you have about your business and what we might be able to do even to help you with that as well. So LinkedIn, let me just hold on for just 1 second, talk about LinkedIn really quick. LinkedIn is great for B2B, really, really great for B2B. It's a great strategy to use. In LinkedIn, you can go in and say, I need to go after businesses of a certain size, companies, how many employees, so much in revenue. I need certain types of industries. I need locations of those industries. And you can run ads to them and target them that way. You can even say, I need to go after certain people. Maybe Maybe you need a CTO. You go after the IT executives or the CTO of a business or the head of marketing in a company. You can target them by role and position on LinkedIn. And you can just say, I need to go after these kind of people and I want to get my business in front of them. And LinkedIn will do that. They tend to be a little bit more expensive, their ads, to get seen and done, but it's not bad. For B2B, it's a good way to go to get more there. I'll tell you just some ideas on Facebook. When you're looking at a Facebook ad, there's a thing called cost per click, or CPC, that comes up, and that is, what is it costing you in ad spend to get one person to click that button to go to your website, or click the button that says call now, and if they hit that on the mobile phone, it'll call you immediately. So what is it costing you to get someone to do that action you want them to do? That's the cost per click. Typically on Facebook, around $1 per cost per click is a good number. That's a good thing to look at, okay? It can be lower. We've seen cost per clicks in like 10, 15 cents, depending upon how compelling your business is and your offer to the people. So if you have something that's in really high demand, you'll probably have a really low cost per click. If you have something you have to do some education to convince people of, then your cost per click is going to be a little bit higher. $1 is a good average to look at. We've seen that $1 per cost per click on Facebook is not bad. That's a pretty decent return. So when you're looking at those ads and you set them up inside the Facebook analytics for your ads, it'll say CPC, that's cost per click, or how much is it costing you to get them to do something. And around $1, less than $2 is good, $1, $1.50. Oftentimes we're around $1 to 80 cents to do that. So if you're getting $2 or more, either you have something that is very specialized that might cost a little more to get in front of people, or you might need to look at looking at how do you get a better ad. Look at doing some A/B testing to get your ad seen in a better way to do that. So that's the other beauty of marketing on social media, is you have complete control over the ad, and you can turn it on and off anytime. I know I've done this in past businesses myself, and it's so terrible when you want to do a mailer and you get it all ready to go and you got them all printed, the flyers are ready, and you realize that there's a typo, or you realize that your website's off by one letter, or your phone number's off by a digit or something. Oh, I just spent all that money in printing, and oh, that's so terrible. Or, we hate it when we put all that money into the ads and we hope it works. But until we spend the money, we don't completely know if it's going to work. When you do like a mailer, all your costs are up front, basically. You have to pay up front to get it out there. How many people actually saw it? How many people opened it? How many people did something with it? We don't know. We just hope they call us or go to our website. We just hope they do something that can get a return for our business. The nice thing about social media is you can log in anytime at any of the analytics and see it. You can jump in and go, oh, I put up my ad yesterday, let's go see what happened today. And it'll tell you, oh, this many people saw it, this many people opened it, which is the impressions we talked about a minute ago. How many people have seen it, how many people clicked the button on it. It'll give you all this information, and then if you realize, hey, wait, there's a typo, you go and hit edit, you can edit the ad, and it doesn't even stop running. It just changes it and keeps it going for you. So you can change the ad, you can set multiple ads, is another great thing to do. I always, always, always recommend for all of our clients in any business we work with, before you do a print ad, before you put advertising into magazines, mailers, or other things, you really want to make sure that that ad is going to draw a crowd and get you business. And so A/B testing the ad design, the images and the colors and the call to actions is a really great thing to do on social media. Whatever you're going to put in your print ad, put it in a digital ad. Okay, go onto Facebook, type in your demographic information, get it all set up, put your creative in there, and run it for $30. And just see what happens. If it generates a lot of business, if you get cost per click at $1 or less for $30, you're generating some leads for yourself. It didn't cost you that much. Maybe you don't need to do the digital or the print ad because Facebook's working for you. Or you just find out, hey, this one works really well, let's use it. So nothing is worse than running an ad and it bombs and it doesn't pull or draw the traffic you need. You spend all that money and you do get no return. The beauty on Facebook or on these sites is you can turn those ads on and off and you can adjust them. You can run simultaneous ads. So if you put different call to actions on them, different images on the ads, put out 3 or 4 ads for the same purpose, target it to the same people, and just see which ad responds the best. For $100, you can test 3 or 4 ads in a week, and you can know which one's going to get you the best return, and then that's the one you put in your print. Because now you've got a proven record of it. Oh yeah, this one pulled, we got more leads off of this one got seen twice as much as this one, we got more interactions, okay great. That's the ad we want to put into our print. And now you can prove it, and it'll cost you, $30 to $100 on Facebook in a week of your time to see what happened. And maybe even generate some leads on Facebook or the other social networks with that ad as well. So use it to help you in those print ads. Always test it on social media first. And here's something for the coffee shop too, if you want to see something interesting. If you're a local business, you can use the Facebook advertising. They probably don't want me to tell you this, but if you want to do demographic research, like I just want to see how many people fit this certain category in my area, just go into the Facebook ads and start typing all that information in, and it'll tell you how many people fit that criteria. So you can even figure out which neighborhood should I be putting my mailers into, because which neighborhoods get the best results. Which ones have the people that meet the criteria to come to my business. So there's a lot of fun ways you can use Facebook advertising to not only boost your post, to get your business seen more on social media, reach more people in a shorter period of time, but then you can use it to refine and improve the rest of all of your marketing. So there's a lot of fun you can do. If you have more questions, feel free to reach out to us on our social media sites. Ask us more questions there. We'll respond back to you. And share this. We're going to put this video up on YouTube as well, and we'll put out links for it so you can go back and watch it again. It will stay live on Facebook and Twitter and Periscope for the next 24 hours. But please let us know. Reach out to us. We'd love to get your feedback. What are questions that you have about social media? What are things that you wish people could teach you about social media to help you? And let us know, because we'll create some more episodes based upon the feedback that you give us on those. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to talking to you guys more soon.